Pete Leonard, the Coffee Coach, and today I'm going to answer another question that I hear with frequency. Should I store my coffee in the fridge? Meaning, since food stays fresher longer in the fridge, should I keep the coffee I use every day in there amongst the celery, steak, and milk? The unequivocal answer is a scientific nope. Okay, that's it for this edition of the Coffee Coach. Next time we're going to look at the effects of... Wait, what? Oh, you want to know why? All right. There are 5 things that make roasted coffee get stale faster. These are they: light, heat, moisture, oxygen, and grinding. You may have noticed that refrigerator, it wasn't on the list. No. And here's why. See, by itself, cold is fine. But cold coffee beans bring an uninvited guest to the party that contributes to coffee getting stale faster, especially during hot, humid summer, like this one. The uninvited guest is moisture. And it jumps in when you take your shivering beans from the fridge and open the bag up. Moisture in the air immediately begins to condense on the beans, just like it does on the outside of a cold glass or bottle. Moisture has condensed onto your cold beans while you scoop out the beans. You're going to grind and brew. You seal the bag, put it back in the fridge, where the moisture that condensed on the beans that remained in the bag has plenty of time to start speeding the staling process. Now, staling won't happen overnight, but you'll definitely shorten the time your beans should have remained fresh. Okay, so what about the freezer? Freezing, on the other hand, is great for long-term storage. Long-term storage of the coffee beans, not short-term storage. Keep the coffee in the factory sealed bag so the beans won't freeze or burn. Make sure your freezer is super cold, like 0 or lower is better. And it's much better if it doesn't have a defrost cycle that will alternately freeze and partially thaw your coffee over time. Frozen coffee beans will stay wonderfully fresh for at least 3 or 4 months, maybe more. Now, I've only tested it to 4 months with some Ethiopian coffee that I've got, and I haven't detected any change in taste or appearance yet. Remember, freezing is for long-term storage only. When you decide to start brewing the coffee you've had stored in the freezer, you'll want to pull the bag out the night before you grind and brew. There's the bag. And just put it on the counter. Don't open the bag until it's had time to come up to room temp so that moisture won't have a chance to condense on the beans. Grind and brew as normal, and the beans will remain fresh for 21 days, just like if they just came out of the roasting machine and you bought them at our website at ihaveabean.com. Okay, so if you shouldn't be storing your freshly roasted coffee beans in the fridge for daily use, and the freezer is only for long-time storage, where should you store your freshly roasted coffee? Well, I can tell you where not to put them. Don't put them above the stove, nor directly in front of an air conditioning vent, not in the sunroom or the sauna or in direct sunlight. Rather, store your freshly roasted beans in the original bag on the shelf in the cupboard. They'll be fine and dandy in there. Coffee beans are comfortable where you're comfortable. Keeping them in the cupboard will keep them fresher longer. Okay, that's it for this edition of the Coffee Coach. Hey, if you notice this nicely embroidered cap and the Bean Team printed jersey, they were provided by Squeegee Brothers Inc., the sponsor of this edition of the Coffee Coach. They do great custom work, and you'll find them on the web at sbitees.com. Okay, see the link below. Stay caffeinated. Life is more interesting when you're awake for it.